Hi guys, let's talk about enumeration in that, which is also known as enum. An enumeration or enum is a special data type in that is used to define a collection of named constant value. It is particularly useful a fixed set of options such as days of the week, user roles, or states of an application. Let's look at how we can define an enum. The first thing is that you write the keyword enum and then you give it a name that is unique to that particular enum. Let's say, for example, you're creating an enum for the days of the week. You can give it this as the name of the enum. Remember, the enum name starts with capital letter, and then we have our curly brackets where we're going to be having our constant values. Let's look at a simple example. When you're creating an enum, it's important that you create it outside your void main method or whatever method you're going to be using it in. So we can come here on top of this void main method and we can say enum, and then let's say this is for the days of the week. We'll call it days. We're going to have the curly bracket where we're going to be having our set of constant value. So for the days, we're going to have Monday. I'm just going to paste the days of the week here. So here I have the set of constant values, which are the days of the week. Take note, these values are constant, and also that assigns 0 base index to enum's value, just like the list, just like the set. Your Monday is at index 0, while Tuesday is at index 1, Wednesday is at index 2, and Thursday is at index 3, and Friday is index 4, Saturday is index 5, and Sunday is index 6. So we can have something like this here. Can have this is 0, and then can have 1, and this is 2, and this 3, and this 4, and this 5, and this 6. So how do we make use of the values of our enum? To make use of value, we can come here and we can create a variable type day because it's of this enum. So we can say today, and we can say this dot. Immediately I put dot, I have access to the values of my enum. So Friday, Monday, Saturday, and day. So we can say Friday. And let's add semicolon here. So you will notice I didn't make use of string, integer, whatever here, data type here. I make use of the enum name. So you can say I have this, and then I gave it my variable name, which is today. And to access any value of my enum, I simply make use of this dot whatever value I'm trying to access. Remember, it's a constant value that we've already set inside our enum, so we can easily access it by using the enum name dot whatever value you want to access. And if you print today, you can see we have semicolon here. And let's run this. You can see we have this dot Friday. But apart from accessing the value like this, in case you want to make use of an index, which I explained to us, we can just say this dot values, and then we can pass in whatever index you want to access. Let's say for 0, and let's run this. And you can see we have this dot Monday, which is at the index 0. So let's access at index 5. Let's run this. You can see we have this dot Saturday, which is at index 5. One very good advantage of enums is that it works well in switch case. It helps us to handle different scenario. Let's work on something. So let's say we have let's leave this, and then this is going to be, let's make this at dot Monday for now. And now let's create a switch statement. So we're just going to create switch, and then we have today past here. And then inside this curly bracket, let's have our first case. We can say if this case is day dot Monday, and then we can have this printed out first day. Sorry, let me remove this. First day of the week. And then I'm just going to paste others here just to save time. So we have our switch statement whereby we'll pass the expression which is today. So whatever data our user is going to pass here, going to be in this open close bracket. And then the first case says that if the day if it is days.monday, then it's going to print first day of the week. And if it is days.tuesday, we're going to have second day of the week, and so on. And then for default, which is going to be Saturday and Sunday, we can have weekend. So if we come here now, let's change this from Monday to let's leave it. Okay, so now let's run our code now. And here you can see we have first day of the week. If we decide to change this from this dot to maybe let's change it to Sunday, we have weekend. So this is a great example of how we can make use of enums in switch statements. So another thing is that we can also, the other time I showed you how you can access our individual value in our enum. We can access all values by, let's say we come here, we can say day, and we can say days. We can come here, we can say this dot values. And yeah, I'm getting an error. The reason why I'm getting an error is because this ought to be a list of type. It's because we're going to get a list of all the values that we have in our day. So this cannot be just day. We can have list of this type. Yeah, so now it works fine. So if we try and print this out now, we'll print this out now, start semicolon here, and let's run this. And now you can see we have days.monday. So now we have access to all the constant values in our days using this dot values. But remember, it's a list because you are accessing all the values in our enum. And so also, if I want to access the index of any value, the other time we're able to make use of days.value, and then we'll pass the index now to get access to a particular value. But if you want to access the index of any value, you can just say days.sunday. Like for Sunday, we want to know the index at which it is. We can just say .index, and then we're getting an error because this is going to return an integer. So let's change it from this to int. And now let's run this. And now you can see we have, okay, I'm not printing this out yet. Let's just print this today. And yeah, let's run this. And now you can see I have 6 here because Sunday is at index 6. We can make use of enums also when we are working with functions. So the same way you can pass string, integer, and the likes as your parameter in function, you can pass in your enums also. Let's look at a quick example. So yeah, we created a new enum, and this is going to be payment method. So we have 3 types of payment method. We have cash, we have credit card, and we have mobile pay. So we have a function that, depending on whatever payment method is being passed as your parameter, so it's going to determine how we're going to process the payment. So we created a function. So this is going to take method which is of type payment method. So if method is equals to payment method.cash, then print payment received in cash. Else if payment is equals to payment method.credit card, then we have payment processed via credit card. If it is not cash, no, it is credit card, then we can have this else. Then we have payment received through mobile money. So we can come here inside our void main, and then we can call this process payment function, and then we can say process payment function, and let's pass in one of these method of payment. So we can say payment method, then we can say .cash, and if we run this now, we're going to have payment received in cash. And so this is an example of how we can make use of enum in function. So that's where we're going to be ending our tutorial for today. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe, drop your question in the comment section, like and share with your friends. Thank you, and see you in the next video.